Hello guys, this is Roger Gamer 06. Welcome back. Today is Final Fantasy 13. But before I begin, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit that like button. Give this video a thumbs up, please. It does help me out a lot. And hit that notification button so you guys won't miss a video. Alright, so we are on to Final Fantasy 13. Now, I never played this game. Yeah, it seemed like this came out in Japan '09 and the US 2010 for the PS3 and Xbox 360. I watched my uncle play this one. Uh, yeah, see, this is another Final Fantasy game I have not played. Uh, Strange thing is, uh, I don't know if this is even in the next gen console. Not to my knowledge. Now, of course, I think it's on PC as well, so if nothing, I mean, I do have a PS3, it still works. Uh, but yeah, I'm very surprised. I don't think this is on modern consoles. I'm not for sure why they're not remastering this one because they remastered uh Final Fantasy 10, 10 2, and Final Fantasy 12, but not this one. I don't know why that is. Uh, and just like Final Fantasy 10, the sequel 10 2, well, this one has Final Fantasy 13 too as well. Like, I think it's called like Lightning Returns or something like that. These pages are so thick it's hard to turn the cover. There we go. There's your story. So all this is new to me. I am not familiar with anything with Final Fantasy 13 at all. Feel free to pause if you guys want to read that. Here are your characters. Lightning. I'm assuming she's the main protagonist. See it, Snow and Hope. I guess they're. I mean, obviously it's their nicknames. It can't be their real names, but I think the last Final Fantasy game to have a female protagonist was Final Fantasy VI, I believe, unless I'm mistaken. Because this and Final Fantasy VI are the only ones that I can think of the top of my head that's got a female as the main protagonist. Yeah, again, just like Final Fantasy 11. This is another game that I missed out on. Uh, it seemed like the newer Final Fantasy games, for some odd reason, I just don't really didn't play them. I don't know why that is. I mean, I still love Final Fantasy. Don't get me wrong, but I guess the older Final Fantasy game I am more familiar with. Troy Baker. He did the voice of Joel and The Last of Us, Joker, and Arkham Origins. Uh, it's Sam, Drake's brother in the Uncharted game. He did. Oh, he also did the voice of uh, James, the main character in Silent Hill 2. That was him as well. Yeah, just the way the art style looks, the the coloring remind me a lot like Final Fantasy X. At least that's just me. Have you guys played this one? Do you guys recommend that I play it? Is it good? If so, maybe I'll play it, you know? But yeah, again, I'm very, very surprised this did not get uh, a remaster. It looks like he may be a summoner. Interesting. It looks like these characters are orphans, but I could be wrong. It looks like they have each of these could have their own summons. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Again, I never played this game. Very cool. Fang. She kind of looks like Pain. I think it's her name from Final Fantasy X too. I mean, this looks like it'd be a fun game. Maybe I'll give this game a try sometime. The question is, do I get it for the PS3 or should I get it on Steam? I don't know. Do you guys recommend this game to me? Do you think I will enjoy it? Even though I like the older ones, because like I said, the most memorable Final Fantasy game that I grew up playing is 7, 8, and 9, the PS1 era. That's a game I grew up with. That's my Final Fantasy right there. I know the newer generation prefers this better, and that's fine. I mean, we all got different taste. He looks cool. Yeah, feel free to pause it. If I'm going too fast, please pause until y'all can read it. Another cool character. I don't know why. I get the feeling he might be a antagonist, but I could be wrong. I mean, you gotta probably tan your hair out. Tell me I'm wrong. Maybe I am. I mean, like I said, I never played this, uh, so therefore I'm not familiar with it. This is all new. I mean, I am actually seeing these characters for the first time, so which that's exciting. Kind of another reason why I bought this book. He kind of looks like Riku from Kingdom Hearts. Very good characters. I don't know why, but in some way it reminded me of Marlene, the little girl from High School. I mean, I know this is a boy, but I guess because you don't really see a lot of character or a lot of kids character in the Final Fantasy game. He kind of looks like Sid from Final Fantasy VIII. Here's our world. I'm assuming it's called Cocoon. I know I'm not 1% sure. I know for a fact in Final Fantasy IX the planet's called Gaia. And it seemed like it's the same name in Final Fantasy VII as well. Maybe the older Final Fantasy game it was always called Gaia. I'm not really for sure. I know, get me wrong. The majority of the Final Fantasy game is not connected. I used to think that when I was a kid, but it's not true. Now, like I said, my last film I did Final Fantasy 12. Uh, certain Final Fantasy games do have sequels and prequels like 4, 7, 10, and 12, and even this one 13. But not all of them have sequels or whatever, like Final Fantasy 8 and 9. But they're not really connected. You know what I mean? Like, for example, Final Fantasy 6 is not really, it's not a prequel to Final Fantasy 7. And 7 is not a prequel to 8. 9 is not a sequel to 8. You know what I mean? It's all it's all different. Each game has its own story, its own characters, and that's what I like about Final Fantasy games. Basically, you kind of the way you gotta look at the series is, pick your favorite story. It's like going to a library, and you're looking at all these good stories, and you pick one, you see what you like. That's kind of how I see Final Fantasy. You just gotta play the games and see which ones you like, and go from there. I love the environment, these artwork. Yeah, I don't know if my uncle beat this game. I know he played it way back on the PS3, but I can't recall if he ever played it. That's cool right there. Yeah, this has kind of like a sci-fi feel, like like 7, 8, and Final Fantasy 10. I mean, just looking at the artwork, it really does remind me of Final Fantasy 10. So yeah, so out of the whole series, the latest one I played would be 12. I mean, well, unless you count Final Fantasy 7 Remake, but number wise, yeah, it would be Final Fantasy 12. Like I said, I never played this one. I never played 14, and I never played 15 as well. I don't know why I'm not playing the newer Final Fantasy game. I just love the older ones better. But I might give this game a try. Don't get me wrong. If I'm not too busy, I might play this game because I know I want to replay Final Fantasy 12. I love the design, kind of like robots, sort of, to me. That's cool looking right there. Very nice. Again, if I'm going too fast, please pause this video, and I will put a link down in the description box if you guys want this book. Uh, BigBadToyStore.com. I mean, you might find it cheaper on eBay. You just gotta know where to look. Uh, but the link I'm gonna post will be my Big Bad Toy. It's like 40 bucks, but you're getting a lot out of your money, so I think it's worth it. I mean, just look at this. I mean, this is great. Really, really cool, nice. Sorry about that. My video gets a little weird. Extra content. It looks like we're looking at summons. There's Titan, Atomos. They look completely different. Trying to get to focus, but I don't want to focus. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Dark Horse. By the way, if you're new to my channel, if you're not familiar with these books that I'm going through, Dark Horse did this. You know, they've been doing a lot of like books based on video game, like the making of. They also did the one for The Witcher, I believe. I do have that one. Uh, and I think they did a fantastic job. The only disappointment about the Witcher book, like don't get me wrong, I like it, but they did not provide any maps at all. That was really, really weird. I wish they would have included the map, but they never did. You see, like in this book has maps. It's like more summons. Very cool. Very nice. Yeah, That's a weird looking Bahamut. I don't know why I didn't play the newer Final Fantasy game. Like I said, I stopped at 12, but then later I played, like Crisis Core, Dirge Cerberus, which I think that came out the same time as Final Fantasy 12, which was '06. Um, but the latest Final Fantasy game that I played will be Final Fantasy 7 Remake. I cannot wait for part 2 of that. I guess Square Enix is like rebooting the Final Fantasy 7 timeline because of remake. That's my guess. If anyone can confirm that, please let me know down in the comments below. Because it looks like they're redoing the timeline, but I can't be sure though. Get your vehicles. Oh wow, the emblem. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's named one of the nation, one of the cities in Final Fantasy 9. I think I could be wrong. Really nice art design. Airships. This is more like a futuristic airship. Every time I see train, it reminds me of that Doom train, whatever, Final Fantasy 6. Actually, it was also a summon in Final Fantasy 8. And there's that little train mini game Final Fantasy 8. If you play the game, you know what I'm talking about. It had like a timer. Very tense mini game. I feel like Final Fantasy 8 had, like the mini game in Final Fantasy 8 always felt like it was tense. But maybe that's just me. I love the sword designs. Very nice. Got your pistols. Different outfits. That's really cool looking. That's kind of like some like Garnet, or Vivi, the mages. Items. Very nice. Yeah, I'm hoping they will remaster this game. I mean, it's just kind of weird that they did it. Maybe, I don't know, I can't remember what the review was in this game. I think the review of this game was about average, if I'm not mistaken. Different logos, crystallized characters. Very interesting. Final materials. Yeah, I think This one only has one sequel, like Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy IV and Final Fantasy XII as well. From what I've been seeing, it's looking like the characters are orphans. Save point. Y'all remember the save point in Final Fantasy VII? It's like a question mark. Very weird. Till this day, I don't understand the save point. Final Fantasy VII. I don't know why it's a question mark. This is really cool. The sprites. Very nice. Unused designs. Memories. Yeah, if I get the time, I might actually play this and see. Alright, guys, that is it. Next time, Final Fantasy 14. Again, it's online like 11 is. But more on that in my next video. Again, now this is the Ranger Gamer 06. Please subscribe to my channel. Give it a thumbs up for this video. I'll put a link down in the description box if you guys want this book. Again, it'll be from BigFatToyStore.com. Please check out my other two videos. I made more, so check these two videos out. And I'll see you guys later. Have a good week. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.